Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, we're going to be breaking down the NBA slate on DraftKings and Yahoo for Tuesday, July the 6th. We got the start of the NBA Finals on Tuesday. We got the Bucks and the Suns, the two final teams to make it all the way through. It's gonna be a fun series. I'm really excited for this finals. I know maybe the public isn't. Maybe people were hoping the Lakers or the Nets or whoever to make it, but I think these are two really good teams, especially if Giannis is able to play in this series. I think this is going to be a really good series. I'm excited to watch this game Tuesday. We got big contest on DraftKings. DraftKings running a Millie Maker, so I expect there to be a ton of action on DK. Maybe some people who haven't been playing NBA might be coming back for this Millie Maker. So if that's you, welcome back to to the channel. And we also have Yahoo running a 20K tournament, which is pretty big for Yahoo, 5K to first. And obviously Prize Picks. If you guys are new here, haven't checked out Prize Picks yet, they are the sponsor of this video. We partnered with Prize Picks a couple weeks ago, and we're been working with them lately. Been putting up more Prize Picks content, just kind of promoting their product. And me personally, I'm not going to promote a product if I don't believe it's something that I would be using, or for example, a site that I would be playing on. But I've been playing on Prize Picks lately. Been able to have a ton of success. Been able to grow a pretty big bankroll so far. Just turning $100 into 500, turning that 500 into 1,000. Just kind of slowly grinding up the bankroll on Prize Picks. I've been able to have some success. I've been enjoying the format. I've been playing more Prize Picks lately than I have Showdown. Me personally, I've never been a big fan of Showdown, so I like to get my action on Prize Picks if I can. If those of you that are new here, haven't checked out Prize Picks yet, and you would like to try them out, be sure to use promo code NOAH when you do sign up. That will give you a 100% match on your first deposit up to $100. Plus, you'll also get an entry into their $1 million promo that they are running. This promo will last until the end of the finals, so you basically have until the NBA season's over with, and then they're going to quit doing this promo. So that's definitely another incentive to join now, so you can get a free entry into this $1 million promo. They give you 5 players. You pick the exact amount of points that each 5 players score. So for example, it'll probably be Giannis if he plays, Giannis, Middleton, Drew, CP3, Booker. They'll probably give you those 5 guys. Then you choose the exact amount, or you select the points you think each player scores. If you go 5 for 5, I know it's a pretty hard thing to do, but if you do go 5 for 5, you win $1 million. But even if you go just 1 for 5 or 2 for 5, they still give prizes for that as well. So check out Prize Picks, guys, if you have not yet. Be sure to use promo code NOAH when you do sign up. You'll get a 100% match on your first deposit up to $100, and you'll also get an entry into that $1 million promo. And as always, throughout the video, we will discuss some Prize Picks picks that I do like for today. Now, currently, I'm making this video on Monday afternoon. I'm kind of recording this a little early. We don't have any update on Giannis yet. Right now, he's uncertain to play, so Prize Picks, currently, they don't have any Bucks except like Pat Connaughton, PJ Tucker, Bryn Forbes. Those are the only Bucks they have listed right now, and that kind of makes sense. You want to wait for the Giannis news before you post projection for those guys. So right now, we mainly just have the Suns players listed on Prize Picks, but I'm sure Tuesday, once we get news on Giannis, they'll probably add in the Bucks guys as well. But yeah, we'll talk about some picks I do like on Prize Picks throughout this video. But as always, guys, for Showdown, we're just going to talk through pretty much the entire player pool. Really, anyone I expect to play minutes, we'll kind of hit on. We'll go top to bottom and just work our way through. So starting off at the top with Giannis, again, I'm recording this video on Monday afternoon. We have no update yet on Giannis right now. He's uncertain to play. My best guess, I'm kind of leaning that he probably sits this game out, but we'll have to see. If Giannis does play, obviously he is a really good option. Now, if he does play, we don't exactly know if he's going to be fully healthy. We kind of saw Trae Young have a really bad game on Saturday. Was he fully healthy for that game? We don't really know. If Giannis plays here and he's full go, I think he's clearly the best pay-up option on the slate. But if he does play and there may be some limit on him, then that would definitely take my interest off of him a little bit. But if Giannis is playing, I think he's going to be someone we definitely want to pay up for. Now, the rest of these Bucks guys, for me, Middleton, Drew, pretty much all the Bucks have been priced up for when Giannis was out, because obviously, with Giannis off the floor, Middleton, Drew, these guys get massive bumps. We've seen them have big games, back-to-back games, 62, 52 DK points for Middleton. He's been playing massive minutes. Same thing for Drew Holiday, been playing 40-plus minutes, 56, 62 DK points. I'm a little bit hesitant to go to these guys if Giannis is back. Now, obviously, Drew and Middleton can still have good games, but they're not nearly they're not priorities for me when Giannis is in. But if Giannis remains out, I think Drew and Middleton are once again, two of the best plays on the slate. For Game 5 and Game 6 of the Hawks series, when Giannis was out, you pretty much just played Drew and Middleton. They smashed both nights. I would expect them to do really well here once again, play massive minutes. For me, wait and see right now. But if Giannis does remain out, I think Drew and Middleton are really, really good plays. Then you have the two Suns guards. You have Chris Paul and Devin Booker. Chris Paul, been a little bit better than Devin Booker lately, just talking about fantasy. last 5 games, or at least just in the Clippers series that Chris Paul played in. Now he did miss, I think, or he did miss, I believe, one or two of those games. I think he missed the first game for the COVID protocols. But he had 43, 33, 36, 67 DK points. Had a really good game in Game 5, or Game 6, excuse me, to close out that series. Devin Booker definitely, had some troubles in that Clippers series. I think, Patrick Beverley being on him might have affected him a little bit. He didn't shoot the ball that well either. He really didn't have any good shooting games. His best shooting game was Game 1, and that was when Chris Paul was out, shot over 50% from the field. But like 31%, 23%, 36%, like he just couldn't get the shot falling. But, I think in a different matchup here against the Bucks, now the Bucks are also a good defensive team. Jrue Holiday's a really good defender. I don't know if there's like a guy that's going to completely shut down Devin Booker, though. Patrick Beverley did a solid job at it, but still, Booker's someone I have a lot of interest in today. I think the public might be a little bit off of him just because of how underperforming he was kind of in that Clippers series. I like him a lot on this showdown slate. I think he's a really good pick on Prize Picks right now. His projection on Prize Picks is currently 39 fantasy points. I think if Devin Booker plays his normal 40-plus minutes, if this game stays close, we're probably going to get more than 39 fantasy points from Booker. If he has a decent shooting game, it's very likely he goes over that number. So that's definitely one of the early picks I do like on Prize Picks for today is over 39 fantasy points for Devin Booker. And really just all his overs, like his point overs, the assist overs I'm fine with, but really, the fantasy one's the one I like the most. But I don't mind really any of the overs on Devin Booker. I'm pretty high on him. I think he's going to have a little bit more success in this series than he did against the Clippers. If he gets that shot falling, man, we know Devin Booker has a ton of upside. He's a really good scorer. It's the finals. This dude's going to be playing 40-plus minutes. I like Devin Booker a lot, and I think I do prefer him over Chris Paul just between the two. Now, if Giannis is out, then Middleton and Jrue I'm going to prefer over both of the Suns guards. Like, I would put Middleton and Jrue ahead of CP3 and Booker if Giannis is out. But if Giannis plays, I would probably have Paul and Booker ahead of Middleton and Jrue. But then going down to the centers, you got Ayton and Lopez. Ayton, 8,400. Brook Lopez, 7,400. Ayton at 8,400. I'm okay with. He's going to get big minutes. He's been playing 35 to 40 minutes so far in the playoffs. We kind of saw during the regular season his minutes were up and down. Some nights he played big minutes, some nights he wouldn't. But in the playoffs, he's consistently been getting big minutes. I think in this series, he should play big minutes like he has been. I don't think anything's going to change. Feels priced appropriately, but I still think Ayton's a pretty good option in the mid-range. I would prefer him over Brook Lopez. Without Giannis, Brook Lopez has definitely benefited, especially in that first game when Giannis was out. He had a massive game, 52 DraftKings points, played 38 minutes. His minutes have been, really high with Giannis off the floor, 38 and 39 minutes. I think he probably plays close to 40 minutes if Giannis is out. If Giannis plays, though, that's definitely going to take me off of Brook Lopez. I think Brook Lopez would for sure be overpriced if Giannis is back. Plus, his minutes, I think, wouldn't be as secure. Like, he probably would play maybe 30 to 32 minutes instead of 38 to 40 because they can play Giannis at center. That's something they did do in that Hawks series, and that obviously impacted Brook Lopez's minutes. With Giannis off the floor, they're going to play Brook Lopez a ton. If Giannis is out, I do like Lopez. If Giannis plays, not as interested. But then Bobby Portis, for me, it's really just a wait and see. If Giannis is out, I think Bobby Portis is a really good option. If Giannis plays, I have no interest in Bobby Portis. It's pretty simple. Without Giannis these last two games against the Hawks, Bobby Portis has started both games, 36 and 32 minutes, 43, 26 DraftKings points. We know Bobby Portis is going to be productive when he's on the floor. He's a fantasy point per minute player. He's going to play pretty big minutes. But obviously, we don't have news on Giannis yet, so for now, just a wait and see there. But yeah, if Giannis is out, I do like Portis a lot. And really, all these guys, Middleton, Jrue, Portis, Lopez, even Connaughton, like all these guys benefit when Giannis sits, and all of them are going to be in play for me if Giannis does remain out for today. But then you have Mikal Bridges and Jay Crowder, who I would kind of consider very similar plays. Both guys probably play 30 to 35 minutes. Both guys are not that productive when they're on the floor, but we kind of saw Crowder have a good game last game in that Clippers series. Had 29 DK points played, 33 minutes. The upside for Bridges and Crowder is not that high. For them to have a good ceiling game, you're going to need them to either knock down like 4 or 5 threes, or they're going to have to get like a couple steals, a couple blocks. I don't really like either one that much. I just don't think the upside is that high on either Bridges or Crowder, but they're viable. I just don't feel great about either one, really. Pat Connaughton, for me, only if Giannis is out, I would be willing to go there. I think if Giannis plays, Connaughton's probably just too expensive. His minutes would definitely take a hit if Giannis is back. Plus, he probably wouldn't be nearly as productive as he has been these last few games. But yeah, if Giannis sits, I think we get probably 30 minutes from Pat Connaughton. He should be a little bit more productive than he normally is when you take Giannis off the floor. He'd be viable for me at 4,800. Cameron Payne, I don't have that much interest in. Just with Booker and CP3 both healthy, both of those guys playing around 40 minutes a night. Like, there's just not enough minutes available for Cameron Payne right now. He's probably going to play, 15 minutes at the most. Could he put up 22 DK points in 15 minutes? He absolutely could, but I really don't want to have to bank on that, so I'll probably just stay away from Cameron Payne. PJ Tucker, though, 4,400. Obviously, never feel great rostering PJ Tucker, but especially if Giannis sits, he's going to just play more minutes. His minutes will be way more secure. 38, 32 minutes in the 2 games that Giannis was out, 21, 20 DK points. Doesn't have much upside, but he's going to play a lot of minutes, and that's really all that you can ask for at 4,400. So I do like PJ Tucker as a value play, just given the minutes alone. Torrey Craig, I mean, God, I have no idea how many minutes Torrey Craig plays. He played 31 minutes last game, but I think a lot of that had to do with Cameron Johnson being out. With Cameron Johnson back today, or expected to play, Torrey Craig probably only gets like 10 to 15 minutes, I would guess, so I'm kind of off of Torrey Craig. Now, Cameron Johnson at 2,800, I actually do have some interest in as a punt option. He's kind of someone that I've been off of so far in the playoffs. He's just not a guy that really has much upside, but he's super, super cheap. He's a lot cheaper than some of these other guys we mentioned, like Torrey Craig, like Pat Connaughton, PJ Tucker. Like, he's cheaper than all these guys, and could Cameron Johnson outscore all of them? He absolutely could. So I think as a punt option for 2,800, we probably get 20 to 25 minutes from Cam Johnson off the bench. Again, not that productive of a fantasy permanent player, but should get at least 20 to 25 minutes, and he's 2,800. He's super cheap. So I do like Cameron Johnson kind of as a punt value play. But like Bryn Forbes, I mean, even if Giannis is out, like Bryn Forbes probably only plays like 10 to 15 minutes. If Giannis plays, he probably only gets like 8 to 10 minutes. So really no interest in Bryn Forbes. For him to really get there, you're going to need him to luck into, 3, 4, 5 threes. He's going to have to really just get hot from the field. I don't want to bank on that, so I'll count him off for Bryn Forbes. Dario Saric, just whatever minutes Ayton doesn't play, that's what Saric is going to play. So if Ayton plays 40 minutes, that probably means Dario Saric is only getting 8 minutes. So could we get 36 minutes from Ayton and 12 minutes from Saric? That's probably what they do. That's probably the split they do. So, in 12 minutes from Dario Saric, he could definitely put up 15 DraftKings points. But, again, not a guy that I really feel great about. And then Jeff Teague, I'm not even confident that Jeff Teague gets minutes today. He played 12 minutes last game, but, I think his minutes have kind of benefited, or his minutes have kind of increased a little bit with Giannis being out. If Giannis comes back, Teague might not even play. Even if Giannis is out, Teague might only play 6-10 minutes at that. So, really no interest in Teague. Nader, really no interest. So for me, cheapest guy that I feel the most confident in is definitely Cameron Johnson. I think out of all the punt value plays, like once you get past PJ Tucker, nobody down here I feel great about except Cam Johnson. I do actually like Cameron Johnson as kind of a cheaper value that'll let you get in those top guys that we mentioned. But that really breaks down the entire player pool. I think we really kind of touched on all the guys I have interest in. Talking about prize picks, we kind of mentioned the over on Devin Booker. I already like that. I think, that's one I'm very confident in. I'm definitely going to be taking the over on Devin Booker's fantasy points. The rest of these Suns guys, a lot of these projections feel somewhat accurate. Cameron Johnson, 16 fantasy points. I think I'd be fine taking the over there. That's one that I don't really feel great about, but he has gone over 16 fantasy points in 4 of his last 5 games. So, maybe over 16 fantasy points from Cam Johnson, I don't mind. I think, once we get news on Giannis, if Giannis does get ruled out, I think taking the over on PJ Tucker, the over on Pat Connaughton, I think that makes a lot of sense. These are the only Bucks guys outside of Bryn Forbes that they have listed right now. They're not really factoring in. These 2 guys do benefit with Giannis off the floor, especially Connaughton. We've seen his minutes really increase. His minutes would take a little bit of a hit if Giannis comes back. So I think if Giannis plays, I probably would take the under on Tucker, under on Connaughton. But if Giannis is out, I definitely like the over on both those guys, especially Connaughton. If Giannis plays, though, I would like the under on Connaughton a lot. Now, PJ Tucker, he could probably still get there even if Giannis plays. But Connaughton, I think, definitely benefits with Giannis out. I would like his over if Giannis is out. I would like the under if Giannis plays. But the rest of these guys, not too much else stands out. Chris Paul, I don't mind the over there, 41.5 fantasy points. I'm fine with that one. So, like, Chris Paul over, Cam Johnson over, I kind of like quite a bit. Just kind of, some Suns picks, and then we'll have to wait and see what the projections are for the Bucks guys whenever those get released on Tuesday. But again, keep an eye on Giannis' status, because if Giannis does get ruled out, I like the over on Pat Connaughton and the over on PJ Tucker. But that really does it for prize picks. Just, kind of discussing some prize picks that I like for today. If you guys have not checked out prize picks yet and you would like to, be sure to use promo code Noah, so that way you do get a 100% match on your first deposit up to $100. Plus you'll get a free entry into that $1 million promo. Something they're running right now. They're trying to get some new users to come in, giving away $1 million if you do go 5 for 5 With the picks, you'll win $1 million. It's as easy as that. And even if you go 1 for 5 or 2 for 5, they'll still pay out. I think it's like $50 if you go 1 for 5, $100 if you go 2 for 5. So check out PrizePicks, guys. Use that promo code Noah when you do sign up, so that way you will get a 100% match on your first deposit up to $100. But that does it for today's video. I think we discussed everything for this Game 1 of the NBA Finals. Should be a fun series, guys. I'm excited to be talking NBA once again. I know I was gone over the weekend. I was actually in Atlanta for the Hawks game. I did go to the Hawks-Bucks game on Saturday, so that's why you didn't see any videos from me over the weekend. But I'm back for this game, and I'll be covering videos for the rest of the NBA season till the finals is over, and then we'll probably have like a month or so until NFL starts. For that month or so, while there's nothing going on except baseball, I probably will cover baseball during that month. But I'm excited for NFL. I'm excited for this final series. Yeah, it should be a fun time, guys. Appreciate you watching the video. As always, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. Also, click the notification bell so that way you do get notified every time I upload, and you also do get notified every time I go live. Should be live this afternoon, probably around 5:30. It's 6 o'clock Eastern. Should be live for this showdown slate, talking through everything with you guys and answering all your questions as always. But best of luck tonight. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one.